The nuclear deal between Iran and the 5 permanent members of the UN Security Council plus Germany is seriously at risk. U.S. President Donald Trump will decide in the coming days whether to follow through on his threat to withdraw from the agreement. The nuclear deal, also known as a Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, was hammered out in 2015. It was hailed internationally as a great achievement for international diplomacy. But Trump keeps saying that it's the worst deal that he has ever seen. Trump and some of his allies, like the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, have been trying to turn public opinion against the JCPOA. A new poll shows, however, that public backing inside the United States for the Iran nuclear deal is at a record high. The survey, jointly conducted by Morning Consult and Politico, shows 56% of respondents support the international agreement.
I think that what it signifies is that growing numbers of people in the United States realize that the alternative to the JCPOA, that the pulling out and breaking the deal on the part of the United States, would mean moving toward war, toward a new war. And I think that the population in general is very tired of war. The United States is involved in wars in several countries right now, as many as 7. We've had the Iraq War, and with the disastrous consequences. And I don't think that the idea of a new war is very appealing to people. Unfortunately, I think more and more people are realizing that that would be the alternative to the JCPOA.
The findings of the survey suggest that Trump and his ally in Tel Aviv have largely failed to make the case for a U.S. withdrawal from the agreement. In recent months, Trump and Netanyahu intensified their rhetoric and pressure tactics to try to derail the deal, but to no avail. Observers say Netanyahu's latest attempt to undermine the JCPOA was another embarrassing failure. A few days ago, Netanyahu put up another one of his televised anti-Iran presentations. He claimed that Israel has acquired a massive number of secret files on Iran's nuclear program that prove its dishonesty. His latest allegations were quickly dismissed by experts at the International Atomic Energy Agency as nothing new. Many observers believe that Netanyahu's theatrics backfired dramatically.
I think there's very little standing that Israel has in the world because it is not a signer of the NPT and it clearly has nuclear weapons itself. So all of its lecturing by Netanyahu and others about the danger that emanates from Iran, I don't think can be taken terribly seriously, except by those who want to take it seriously. And now that in addition to the United States, that also includes the Saudi monarchy and some of the other monarchies in the region. But clearly, it has very, very little credibility in the world.
The run-up to the May 12 deadline for Trump to decide what course to follow has seen a flurry of diplomatic efforts to prevent a U.S. withdrawal. The European Union, Russia, and China want the JCPOA to remain in place. They've been trying to convince the U.S. president that walking away is not an option. Meanwhile, the Secretary General of the United Nations, Antonio Guterres, has once again urged Trump to change his mind. Guterres says that a U.S. withdrawal will further complicate the situation in the Middle East. Iran has warned that the deal cannot be renegotiated or altered in any way and must remain intact. Observers are watching to see whether that will happen. Trump is keeping the world in suspense by declining to disclose his final decision.
Trump is a complete opportunist. The stands that he takes today change by tomorrow based on his whims and moods, and also his calculations, his political calculations about his re-election.
Observers hope that Trump will not wreck the hard-earned outcome of marathon international diplomacy.